Hey everybody, how you doing? We're back. It's the final hour of the week. It's the final hour of the day. It's the final hour. We are here, February the 25th, Friday, my last Friday in Palm Desert, the second last show for this channel here from Palm Desert. We're on Monday morning, and then that's it. We're out of here. I'm not even on Monday afternoon. We're flying to Vegas, and the next show you'll see after that is Tuesday morning from Vegas, hoping that the internet works okay at the hotel. We'll let you know. We'll figure it out. Thank you everybody for being here. We are running here with a 726 point gain right now on the Dow. S&P is up 78 and Nasdaq is up 146. Very good day today. Deals everywhere that are being scooped up. Stocks that had really good runs yesterday from big lows to good finishes are continuing their move today. Very nice. Now, some stocks are off. Not everybody's up, but some stocks are off. I'm noticing also on the Dow 30, of the 30 Dow industrial stocks, only Walt Disney Company is down. It's down right now 89 cents. Every other Dow 30 stock is up. The big winner, United Health Group, up 17.59. Goldman Sachs is up 7.80. Johnson Johnson up 7.79. Amgen up 7.20 a share. 3M Company up 6.50. Procter Gamble up 6.25. Travelers up 5.60. Honeywell up 5.60. Chevron up 4.70. American Express up 4.10. JP Morgan up 373, Merrick up 320, McDonald's up 292, Salesforce up 270, Coca-Cola up 210, Boeing up 210, and on and on and on. It's gains, gains, gains on this market for the big markets. Now, I put a question out there. Do you think it's possible that with a surge, we could have a late 1 hour, last hour surge of trading higher? Could we break 1,000 a share today? Could it happen? Most of you saying no way in hell, Bruce. There's no way. 53% are saying no, 47% saying yes. All of a sudden, this is getting close. It wasn't close a while ago. It looked to be like 70-30. 59 votes are in here just a few minutes ago. I've only had this poll up for 25 minutes, so it hasn't had a lot of time to germinate. 60 votes are in. 53% say we're not going to break 1,000 point gain today. No way. We're not going to go up 1,000 points. 46 are saying, yeah, it could happen. We have 46 thumbs ups for this show as well. I thank you for that. Thank you for nailing that thumbs up button for us and helping us out. Every thumbs up is another potential viewer coming our way. You never know. And that would be just terrific. All right, 70 votes are in now. 70 votes have come in. 57% are saying there's no way we're going to go 1,000 points higher today, Bruce. 58% say no way. 42% say we go up 1,000 today. Of course, it's up 683 right now. So you have a bit of a head start if you're voting no, because you're right. But then again, we're only 328 points away from breaking 1,000. So it could go the other way. We'll find out. Thanks for joining me and thanks for being here. Thank you for the 71 thumbs ups now. 71 thumbs ups. Appreciate it. On our favorite stocks, what are we looking at here? Rocket Lab still down on the day. 948 last trade, down 41 cents a share. Now, that is not the low of the day. The low was just at 10 o'clock this morning. We were down to 926. That was the low of the day. The high was the opening, 994, kind of where we were yesterday. Anyway, we're now at 947, down 42 cents. 2.5 million volumes so far on the day. SoFi, $10.48, up 15. Now, the high on SoFi was after I went off the air. It reached 1072. We've had 38.8 million trade. That's down from yesterday, and that's below normal. It's not a heavy day today on SoFi. We're not going to see 60 million like we did yesterday, or not even close to it. So that's interesting. 1050 a share. 38 million shares. Where's the selling to bring it back down? Remember, we were at 880 yesterday. We had all this volume come in, and that's gone now. Now we're up 15 cents on way less volume. The earnings come out Monday. If we had a 60 million volume day on, say, Tuesday, because that'll be the day after earnings are out Monday night, we get 60, 70 million shares of volume on Tuesday, and we're moving up 15 cents now on 38 million. could we go up like $2 on Tuesday? Because I get the impression that there are fewer sellers on SoFi right now going, I'm not selling right now. I need to sell, or I need to raise cash. I own SoFi, I own other stuff, but I'm not selling SoFi because I'm going to let them announce their numbers. And that conference call Monday after the bell, I've waited this long. I can wait a few more days. We might be in the 12, 13 neighborhood before we even get the earnings. You never know. We'll see. Now, if we break 1,000 points today, maybe this will go up $1. Maybe there's a surge of buying in the last hour where the market is saying, I want in on all these bargains before the bell tonight because I can't trade till Monday. And come Monday, whatever developments happen in Ukraine and everywhere else, I want to be longer than shorter down here. I wonder, I don't know, I'm just asking. GameStop 118.17. We were just in the 117s here. The low 116.48. Those of you who've written options, those of you who are looking to roll over and everything else, you have got to be licking your chops as the shares have been backing off this afternoon. I know a bunch of you have been writing 120s and 125s. Some of you wrote 130s. You've got to be licking your chops. We're down now 668 a share here. 1.3 million shares. Another very quiet day on GameStop, but it is the right direction if you're an option writer. AMC is down 39 cents. Funny enough, it's only down 39 cents, and GameStop is worse. This has been the reverse, though, lately. It's usually that AMC does worse and GameStop does better. Now it's the other way around. So what is going on? AMC 1730 down 40 cents. That would mean that GameStop should only be down like about $3-4. It's down 670. Keep that in mind. Interesting. Matterport, $6.90, up 6 cents. We've been over 7 a couple of times today. 709 for the high, the low 642, right around 10 o'clock this morning. 690 towards the high here, only 19 cents away. 8.6 million traded on Matterport. Over on ME, we had this great start to the day, really great. We went right up to 441 because they're going in front of a investment conference thingy that came out today. They're going to present at an investment thingy. That didn't last. Right around 11 o'clock, down we went. We hit the first plateau of selling, and we reached 424. Then we got back to the kind of the opening of the day around 4:30, just around noon, and then it bottomed out. Hit 413 for the low at around just short of 1 o'clock today. We're now at 416 and a half. We've been flatlining down here. It's down 14 cents. It's not like the end of the world, but yeah, it was looking great. I was hoping 440 to 450, and let's go because it was $5 last week. It tried to break 5, couldn't do it. Now we're back to 416. I don't like it down here. I don't like it down here at all. Come on, you guys. Aspire now. Down 2.5 cents. It has been flatlining all day around the break-even level. It can't seem to go over 226. There seems to be a wall of unbreakable power at 226. I don't know what's going on. That's the high of the day. As a matter of fact, I think there's a wall at 220. It can't go over 220. There is an invisible wall of resistance at 220 a share. Right now, we're 217 and a half on 713,000. Without some serious volume, we're not going to break 220. I don't know why. I just think there is. ATIP, what a terrible day here. We were up this morning right off the bat at 272. Stock was earnings came out, told us about all what they're up to, where they're at, where they're going. And now we're down on the day. I'm just not sure what to make of it. I'm not. I got more work to do as to due diligence, try to figure out what's happening here. We're at 209 now, the low of 195. That was set, I think, a couple of times. The last time, just around 145. 209, so we are 14 cents off of the low, but we're still down 40 cents on a volume of 4.48 million, and that's the most volume I've seen on ATIP in a while. Normally, volume like this would move the stock higher. Today, it's going lower. So somebody somewhere whatever group it is or investor or whatever is choosing or had chosen to sell today in a real hurry between 9:30 on the opening and about 11:30 this morning. In that first 2 hour window, maybe even by just 11 o'clock, by 11 o'clock, they were getting out, and they got out of whatever they got out of, and the stock has not recovered from the sellers' exuberance to get out. I don't know why they sold. 210 now, 15 cents off the low, 39-cent down dip. This is the best trade level now in about through 2.5 hours. We've kind of meandered through all the selling behind here. If it can go up another 5-10 cents, this will be the best level since 10 this morning. If it goes up 20 cents, then it's just back to the opening. But is that happening? I don't know. We're at 209.5. I'll keep you posted. Down 39.5 cents. A smart rent, 648, down 32 cents. This stock has had a miserable week and a half, just miserable. This stock was at 952 on Feb 10th, 15 days ago. So last week, two weeks Thursday ago, 952. It is now 649, and it's just been straight downhill here after a couple of days of meandering around 890 or something. I don't know why. It's just 1.28 million today. The company is just firing on all cylinders. I do not understand it. They came up with the results, and it's been down ever since. Back in December the 14th, tax loss selling. This stock was 1144. In the middle of that crap, it was 1144, and on November the 2nd, it was at 1402. It's less than half where it was November the 2nd. So December, January, 3.5 months. When the markets hit their highs, this thing was at $14. So what's going on? I don't know. I'm very upset. I'm very mad. Can you tell? What can I say? Okay, continuing on. Cyxtera, 1235, down 24 cents. The all-time high for Cyxtera was hit earlier this week at 1353. So we've given up about $1.20 from the all-time high in the last little bit. And today down 24 cents. The low was 1224. We're now at 1235. Come on, Cyxtera. 283,000 volume today on Cyxtera. Other stocks were following. Robinhood is off 7 cents. Vanek Vector's up $1.17. Here's where the green comes. Home Depot up $1.93. IBM up $1.89. Microsoft up $1.01. Apple up $1.52. Goldman up $8. Cisco up $1. Facebook up $1. Amazon up $28. Tesla's down $1. Google up $20. Bed Bath Beyond up $52. BlackBerry up $2. Royal Caribbean up $170 to $83. Target is up $7. JP Morgan up $3.70. Costco up $8.40. Walmart up $1.23. Nvidia's up 40 cents. What the hey, man? Like, what? Why the face? WTF? Why the face? American Airlines up 37 cents. The airline. I mean, these guys are supposed to get decimated with this, higher oil prices, the war news. By the way, oil is down 97 cents to 91.84. If it dropped a couple of bucks, it would be down on the week. Oil would be down on the week with this breakout of the war. I mean, you tell me what the markets are doing. You try and predict it. If I knew, I wouldn't be here. Netflix down 3.20. DraftKings up 4 cents. Moderna down 6.69. I mean, this is insanity. We have the market now up 710 points. Climbing again. Are we going to go up 1,000 points? We're going to find out. Hit that, check out my poll, answer the poll question, and tell me what you think. Do you think we could go up 1,000 points before the end of the day here? Do you think it could happen? Rocket Lab down 49. SoFi now at 10.55, up 22 cents. GameStop getting a little better now, 118.49, 118.74. It's still down 5.84 right now. AMC's only down 31 cents, 17.38. Matterport up 9. 23andMe down 12.5. Spire down 1.5 cents. It's not moving. We're down 1 penny on Spire, and it can't get over 220. That's what I'm saying. It can't get over 220. It's 1 penny below 220. If any of you out there have, the kind of wherewithal where you could buy like 1 million shares of Spire, do me a favor, put in a market buy order or put in a limit order to try to buy 1 million shares of Spire at 224 and see if you get it. Let me know, because that'll help me determine whether this 220 barrier is real or not. If there's like 10 of you out there, put in 10 million shares of buying right now, 224 on Spire. Let's see what happens. Report back to me. Let me know. Okay, thanks everybody. Thanks for the help. I appreciate it. I have some powerful investors. I'm sure I have. Yeah, ATIP down 39 and Smart Rent down 32 and Sextera down 24. Welcome to the craziness. 744.99, 745 point gain on the Dow. Can it break 1,000 points today? 36% of you are saying, Bruce, there's no way in hell this is going to happen. 64% of you saying, no way. 36% say yes. 64% say no. 138 votes are in. 104 thumbs ups have come into the show. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Keep those votes, cards, and letters coming in, folks. We do appreciate it. Let's see what happens with this market. We're up 757. 757. Is it going? Is it happening? Is this gonna do it? Disney's still the loser. The only loser on the Dow is Disney, down 78 cents. So, the market could go up 1,000 points if 29 out of 30 Dows are winners. Heck, the Dow could go up 1,000 points if only 15 are winners. I mean, it can all depends on how much they win. So, let's see if there's more momentum coming into this market. Look at SoFi. It's 1060. It's starting to get more momentum on the upside. The high of the day, 1072 on SoFi. 1072, the high of the day. 1058 to 1060 right now on SoFi. Volume is still at 39.8 million. It's just going to hit 40 million now. We'll find out. GameStop now up to 119. It just jumped again through another barrier here. Like I said, we were as low as 116.48. We're now 119.13. So 117.48, 118.48 plus $2.70 better than the low of the day on GameStop in the last 30 minutes, 35 minutes. So it is coming on a bit. 1.3 volume. Now, don't get excited. It's just 1.3 million volume, but it's a little better. Okay. Bobby Atkins says, okay, Bruce, I'll buy 1 million into Spire, but you owe me a Pepsi afterwards. There you go. Okay, there you go. Yes. What else is happening? Oh man. What is going on with this market? Any more comments I need to read here? Malo, I picked up 300 ATIP at 218 just to see 5 seconds later drop to 198. Say what you will about my thing is flawless. I am so good at this. Uncle Bruce, I closed my 30 GameStop 120s for $6. Profit $2,700. I know I left some money on the table, but GameStop is a crazy stock. It's better to be safe than sorry. I'll write again if so opens higher. Nick, baby. Nick, way to go, man. Way to go. You weren't looking at a profit this morning. You were looking at a loss. Now you've got a profit locked in. I say way to go. Nice doing it. Nicely done. And enjoy. Why? What's wrong with this? Absolutely nothing. I love it. Love it. Way to go, man. I think that's fabulous. Okay. What else is happening here? Any other calls? Anybody else saying anything I need to read? Oh, I had a question this morning about, Bruce, what do you think about the new short selling rules that are being proposed by the SEC? You guys remember that question? And I couldn't answer it this morning because first I hadn't read the article. I hadn't read all that stuff, and it's all in discussion mode and blah, 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 blah. So I've got, what I've done is I took a look at the article. I saw an article on that story in the Wall Street Journal, and I read it, and it seems to indicate to me, again, I was correct. This is in discussion mode right now, and this had been proposed by the SEC in a 3-1 vote. No, was it? Yeah, 4-0 vote. There are four people that vote for SEC proposals, and this passed 4-0, I think, to say, here's what we're thinking of doing. Now, what they're talking about is saying something like, if you short stock and you short, I think it's more than 2.5% of the stock outstanding, you have to report. And if it's more than a certain dollar amount, now I can't remember what the dollar amount was. Was it either a million, 2.5 million, or 10 million? It was a lot of money. Might be $1 million or more. I gotta look into that. Which instantly raised alarms in my case because I thought, wait a minute, I'm just going to short $990,000 of the stock and I have to report a damn thing no matter who I am. Here's the other thing that pissed me off about this thing: you don't have to identify yourself. They're not identified. It's only a statistic. You don't know who it is. It really bums me out where I see filings on the SEC all the time, and you get companies that like mutual funds. They have to declare all positions except short positions. Hedge funds have to declare all positions except short positions. Now, this is a partial admission of a short position. It's only a partial. It has to be a certain dollar amount, or it has to be a certain percentage amount. So we'll never know. You think that these guys are going to even short it in the U.S.? They're not going to short it in the U.S. They're going to short it overseas. They're going to evade detection all over the place. I say the brokers to tell us who it is. I don't care about the client. I don't want the client telling me. I want the brokers telling me because they know. The brokers absolutely know. They know who their clients are. I just find it ridiculous. The other thing, of course, is surprise, surprise, surprise. The hedge funds are against this motion. They're against this rule. No kidding. I wonder why that is, huh, kids? Why would a hedge fund not want to have their disclosure made public that they're shorting the crap out of a stock? Oh, gee, well, it's going to increase our costs. Oh, it's a cost measure increase to us. Oh, the fact that we're screwing every other shareholder in the rear end. Oh, that's just being businessmen. But for us, it's inconvenient. Give me a break, for crying out loud. I don't understand why Gensler is such a wuss when it comes to these rules. He was a tyrant when it came to SPACs. Absolute tyrant. They nailed SPACs on all kinds of crap last year. And now with the big boy hedge funds that elect his bosses, these guys are pussies. They're just absolute children. There's no threat here whatsoever. These hedge funds control these boys, have them around their baby fingers. It is so obvious. Pathetic. Just pathetic. It's kind of like putting sanctions on Russia, but Russia still invades anyway. I mean, you're not going to get tough. You want to bring a pop gun to a gunfight, you're going to lose. Okay, you might make the neatest sounds, but you're going to lose, and that's the deal. Anyway, that was Short Sun. That was us, Wendy and Sean. Wendy, we did that question. Thanks, Uncle P. You're the best. Long live Auntie Bruce and Auntie Jen. 10,000, 10 million was the answer. 10 million, right? $10 million. 2.5% of the short interest. So if you short $9,999,000 worth of stock, you don't have to report it. Oh, great! Yeah, that's transparency right there. Yeah, I know what kind of transparency that is. Yeah, that's a one-way transparency. We know nothing. Dark markets, dark money. Here we go. Crazy. Thank you, everybody. Bruce said that P word. I sold a covered call, GameStop 130, expiring March 4. Let it ride. GameStop is scary. A pop is destined to happen. Alberto wants to know. You sold GameStop covered call 130s for the 4th of March. That's next week. And the stock right now is 119.25. You got nothing to worry about. I mean, if you're way up, you're up like 60, 70%. Yeah, buy it back. Otherwise, you'll buy it back Monday or Tuesday and you'll be fine. Up to you. It's 119.38 right now. SoFi 1060. The Dow up 813 points. Are we going to climb 1,000 points on the Dow today? Are we going to make it? Are we going to hit a high of 1,000 points on the Dow? We're now up 827 points. We are approaching the high of the day. We're only 44 points away from the high of the day. That would be 870. If we gain 870, we've hit a new high for the day today. Can we break 1,000 points? Ooh, Uncle Bruce, who actually sets the covered call strike prices? Seems like we're limited to what has already been published. If we're the writers, why can't we set the strike prices? What do you mean about that? Like, you want to? Oh, I see what you're doing. You want to write a contract at a different strike price than is available to write. That's your thing. I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's Chicago. Michael's right. Michael, it's Chicago that does this. It's the Chicago options market operators. Generally speaking, where the option trade is, it's the exchange that does it. And based on the volumes of the contract and how active they all are, they will then set price levels on these contracts. You might be able to get the answer to these specific questions doing Google searches or looking up maybe Chicago Options Exchange or Chicago Mercantile Exchange. They may have a Q&A thing in there. But deep in their rules, if you can get through all that gobbledygook, they will explain it. But I just say the guys in Chicago decide that based on volumes. Okay. Anyway, there you go. What's up with ATIP today? Nothing's up with ATIP. Everything's down with ATIP today. I'm not happy with ATIP today. I've already talked about it. Now I'm upset. $2.09, $2.09.5 hit on low of 195. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I don't know what's going on. Tio, stop saying, Uncle, stop saying up to you. You are my market guru. When you say that, you're scaring me. Joke, I know. I know you can't see the future, or can you? Anyway, there you have it. I do the best I can with what I got. I'm not sure. We're up about 800 on the Dow right now. BW, you say you don't know why these stocks are performing the way they are, but how the hell can these companies be held at 220 and be flat? This hasn't been normal for months. Are they cheats? Question mark. Well, a legitimate answer to why can't a stock go over to go higher than 220 a share, like Spire, just won't go through 220, is there could be a sell order in there, like a limit order. Some guy, girl, person, entity, whatever, is deciding to sell a block of stock, and they've just put it out there at a 220 price. And until they get out, that the rest of that order stays good, and buyers come up and they nibble at the 219, 219 and a half stock. They start buying stock at 220, and they buy a little more. Then the other sellers come in and sell at 219, and then they get taken out, and then buyers come in and start nibbling at the 220, and until that 220 is gone, it won't go over 220. That all day long today. That could be the whole point. It could be a short seller. I mean, I don't think it would be, but I don't know why a short seller is going to pick on Spire at 220. You'd pick on it at 17, but I don't know. There could be just a seller who has 1,000, like a million shares or 553,000 shares. I don't know. I think you're crazy selling at 220. I think this company is much more valuable than that. But that's just me. What's cooking, Wendy? That donation was for me for tomorrow's class. I got it on PayPal. I heard the phone go cling, and you're in. You're in. Those of you who have sent me a donation, as a matter of fact, who was it that I was thinking about today? Was it Zane Developments? You sent me a donation through PayPal, and I got an email address in there, but I tried to send you a confirmation and it wouldn't work. Would you do me a favor? Would you send me a private email, brucefrommert@hotmail.com, and just say, Bruce, I can't wait to see you tomorrow for the class. Use the email you want me to send you a message to. But I tried twice to send an email to your email address, Zane, and I couldn't get it to work. So Zane Developments, wherever you are, do me a favor and send me a private email so I can get your thing figured out. Okay. Nice bike, mate. Thank you for this 5 British sterling donation. Uncle Bruce, Matterport option chain. Why are there options at 250 for 250 strike for $4.50? Who would write at that price? Where's the upside? Did they just get in super cheap, stupid cute? That's a very good question. I mean, why would anyone write 250 call options on their Matterport stock? I mean, I guess, though, I'll put it to you this way. If you wrote a 250 and you got paid, say, $7 a month ago, well, again, I have to go back a little further. Whatever the stock was trading at the time the 250s were created, all right? The likelihood is that whoever wrote those 250s when they were created were selling them at a price that would have been above the market. In other words, they would have received a premium. It might have been a $2 premium, $1.50, 2.25, whatever. So they wrote 250s, fives, 750s, or tens. Now it could have been that the only writer of these calls are the option specialists on the floor of the exchange to give the market a liquidity factor on 250s, 5s, 750s, 10s, 1250s, 15s, and so on. So we may have had 100 or 50 or 20 or 10 calls written at each strike price by the options specialist months ago, and now they're just being added to and being taken away from as we go about our business. Of course, Matterport hit 37.50 a share not too long ago, November. And these 250s, I mean, they would have been trading at $35 a piece plus a premium. They might have been at $40 each to buy. So in theory, you could have written a 250 for a $40 payoff when the stock was 37.50 a share. And now you're buying them back at 450 a piece, going, that was a pretty good option, right? Protected my downside. That could have happened. I don't know. Anyway, there you are. One never knows. Eight ball. Should Alberto buy back his covered call? Zach, hey, Uncle Bruce, I'm sure you're tired of these questions. But in regards to most of these former SPACs, how long is the longest that you waited for a company to finally be noticed and run in the markets? Oh, man. Well, let me think a minute. I was in one stock. Way back in about 1980. I was in a stock. I won't name these companies, but I was in a mining company that the office of the mining company was in Calgary, and I had a number of clients who were following this thing, and they were asking me about it. They wanted to buy into it, and so we picked up some shares. And then in at that time in 1980, it just so happened that the firm I was with, I was a partner in. The firm had a house account for this company's stock. Or let's put it this: we had a house account for the public company itself for their own shares, and I was dealing with the president of the company. I would talk to him probably daily, and I would give him the rundown of what's going on in the marketplace, what's happening with the indexes, and what's happening with the stock, and what's happening with the market that his stock is in. I would give him the lowdown from the floor traders that would tell me, what's happening with all the stocks on the other mining stocks on the exchange. And the account we had for the public company was specifically there to maintain an orderly market for their stock. This is one of the things I really liked about the president of this company. He cared so much about the appearance of normal trading. This is a penny stock on the Alberta Stock Exchange, which is a penny exchange. It's a public exchange at that time. It doesn't exist anymore. It's all folded in now to the Toronto Stock Exchange. But at that time, it was its own freestanding entity. And he would call me daily, and we would sometimes multiple times a day we would talk. I'd call him. He'd pick up the phone if I called. I mean, if I called that office and the receptionist recognized my voice and I say, I need to talk to so-and-so, she'd put him on the phone. Now, he might be in the middle of a conference call. He'd put them on hold and talk to me because he knew if I was calling to talk to him about his company's stock, something's going on. And he dropped everything and talked to me. So we had a very open relationship, back and forth, back and forth. And I was into his stock for quite some time back in the day. I had it on my books, and I liked what they were doing, and I liked the nature of their affairs, and I certainly liked the idea of how they cared about how their stock was doing. Always made sure there was a bid, always sure there was an ask on the markets, an orderly market. There was always liquidity. Very few other companies acted like this guy acted. I was impressed. Anyway, A few years later, I had shifted to another firm. I had gone to another firm and then another firm, and these are the days where there was a lot of turmoil in Calgary, and brokerage firms were being bought up by the banks, and we had oil just getting crushed, and we had boom and depression. It was just unbelievable. I mean, we had years where oil would go to, oil used to be $5-10 a barrel forever. It was $5-10 a barrel. Then we had the boycott, the oil embargo in the 70s, and then oil went to 15-20. It was crazy. It was up like 500% increase in oil. And then it came back down, and then went back up. And then we had like $45 oil in the early 80s, and then we had $10 oil, $8 oil in the just short of the mid 80s. And then we went back up into the 10-20 range again. Anyway, during that time, I shifted from one firm to another, and I found myself at this one brokerage firm where the guy that I was working with, I told the story last week, a broker I was working with, we were teamed up together, and he was into this mining stock, big time. And so I liked it, he liked it, we teamed up together, and now we were both on this stock, and we both had this stock all over our books. And this is now 3.5 years that I've been following this company's stock. And the shares are always in this 150 to 250 range, just 150, 250 for the entire 3 years. And the company was working on a mine site, developing it, raising money to keep developing it, and they believed in it. And they had the stats, they had the drilling results, they had everything. They felt they were onto something. And when more test results came in and they were positive, they would keep raising more money to keep developing that mine. And the ultimate game plan was to be taken over by a major. And one day, we found that during in a 1 week window, the shares had gone from about 280, 270, 280, 290. We got into the 330, 350 range. Never been there before. It's an all-time high. And they had been coming up with all kinds of news and all kinds of announcements and developments, and it was all good. And a few other stocks that we were following also took a pop this particular week. All of a sudden, all of our stocks that we were recommending to all of our clients, there were like 4 or 5 key stocks that we were into, all moved at the same time. And I don't know if we had anything to do with it, but we were long these stocks. And then this mining stock went to $6. It just in like 2 days powered up and got picked up by all kinds of brokerage firms, wanted in on this thing, on this mining stock. And we were the only ones with oodles and oodles of shares that we could offer for sale, because we had stock in retail clients' hands, free trading, nobody an insider. I was still dealing with the president of the company. I was still talking to him, and he would say to me, I have no idea exactly why we're moving up, because we haven't said anything corporately. We just been making announcements in the last, like we do an announcement every couple of weeks. We do something. He said, but obviously the momentum is there. I said, well, it could be that, my buddy and I have bought up so many of your shares. It's just all bought up. We own it all. And there's so little out there. The shorters can't short it. You don't dare short the stock you can't borrow. And what do you know? It's moving higher. And then it powered up over to the $6 mark. So all of a sudden, my clients were up 200%, 250%. My buddy over here, and we had millions of them. There were millions and millions out there, but we had a bunch. And we now I was telling the president, we're going to offer stock in an orderly way into the market to build up cash. He says, I'd do that. So we were selling stock for retail clients, but we didn't kill our market. We were just offering 50,000 at a time at maybe 610. We'll offer 50,000 at 625. And we'll offer 20,000 at 640 and 30,000 at 650. And we just pieced it off. It went up to, I don't know, maybe $7 or something. I can't remember. It was a huge win, really a big, big win. And that was a long time. Another stock that did go up, my buddy was into that one for 3 years. And he'd been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for that thing to go. And then it went all in 2 weeks. It just powered up. And it went from like 4 to 12. It was insanity. It was just insanity. And we had millions of those. And the one day I think we sold 1 million shares. The next day we sold another 1 million. We reduced our position into a demanding market, a desperate market to buy, and let the stock keep going. We weren't going to bring it down. We're going to let it keep running as we liquidate it out, and we just built up these cash pots, these pots of cash, and we were there to buy these stocks back when they backed off. And sooner or later, they do all back off somewhat. I mean, it's to be expected, unless it's a takeover offer that would run them. And eventually the shares kind of eased off a little bit, but we were there to nibble back in and reduce act as a shock absorber to just, be there. And the shares settled in at new highs, like new levels, new trading levels. Everybody was happy because we still believed in the company long term. We weren't done with them yet. We had years to keep going with these guys. And that's a story. There you go. Hope that works for you. Anyway, let's see. There's that story from Zach, that question. Thanks, Zach. I sold options on Matterport up for above average, so that worked for me. Far better buying it on the bid than trying to aim for a stellar put to come through for you. SoFi is moving. Well, let's hope so. 1064. Let's go. The market is up 771. Let's go. What else is going on? And I don't have enough in the market to justify a membership, but subscribe and always thumbs up for you, Bruce. Shiva, thank you. Oh, I've noticed I haven't turned on the comments for members only, so it's a wide open member. It's a wide open comment. Well, welcome everybody. Thanks, Stock Market. Bruce, good answer. If they bought the shares at 10, stock went to 37, wrote 250 for massive premium, makes complete sense. Thank you. Beach Boy, Uncle Bruce, I got a quiz for you. I haven't received a confirmation email for my donation, and no 12th class for me is because 1, I don't know you, 2, I don't respect you, 3, don't believe you, all the above. Well, I do have your donation for the class. You're in the class. You're going to be in the class, and I know you trust me, but you don't believe me, and you believe me, but you don't trust me, and it's all good with me. And I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. I will send you a confirmation for the class about 15 minutes to 30 minutes before we begin. You're in to win. Love it. Oh, man. What's going on? What's the prediction for next week? Oh, I wish I knew, my friend. I wish I knew. Drops Family Garden. Don't worry about my subscription cancellation. I'm going to sign up with a different YouTube account. It's all good, my friend. I love you. Some up, some down, some sunshine, some rain. Larry, Uncle Bruce still in an arm wrestling match with YouTube over membership, says Larry. Will not relent until they see things my way, but I still listen to you daily. Have a great weekend. Thanks, Larry. Bobby is right. There is some consolidations and floor testing at work right now. So sideway trading, says MK. Bobby, going to screenshot that and send it to my wife. Thank you, Uncle Bruce, says Zach. For a very good answer, that was just as long as the wait. I believe I have 3 years of patience in me. White Feather, wish Uncle Bruce and everyone a great weekend. Looking forward to soft SOFT earnings. So right on, buddy. Take care. Michael, for anyone freaking out, look at the history of SQ, a former SPAC. Bradley Horswell, hi, Bruce. Can you tell us a story about the worst day you've seen on your floor days? The worst day was the 87 crash. We dropped 22% in one day on the Dow Jones Industrial Average. That would be like the Dow dropping today 8,000 points in one day. That's what we had in October 87. Unbelievable. We were converting to computer trading as quick as possible. The systems are being upgraded every month. It seemed like every quarter, every 6 months, technicians would show up at our office and new servers would come in, new desktops would come in, new monitors, new features. It was incredible. But at that time, it was all analog. It was all on phone lines, and we experienced selling like we'd never seen selling before, and it was global. And the Dow Jones, the New York Stock Exchange floor, crammed with I don't know how many hundreds of people or thousands. I mean, that floor was packed with human beings yelling and screaming with paper trading. Everything crashed. Every computer in North America and worldwide could not provide a bid and an ask on a stock. We didn't know what the bid was. We didn't know what the ask was. We didn't know what the last trade was. We weren't sure where the market was. We thought it was down 150 points, but it was down 300 points. Then we thought it was down 450. It was down 500. It was an insane day, down 22%. No circuit breakers. Nothing like that had yet been implemented ever. It did get implemented afterwards, a few months after they started putting in circuit breakers, but we had never seen anything like that. That was the biggest bloodbath I had ever witnessed, and it was on all the top end stock. It was on the Dow 30, and all the S&P 500s took a bath. NASDAQ took a bath. Amex took a bath. Everything took a bath on that day. And we knew it was coming because we knew before the market even opened, it was ugly. We knew overnight it was ugly. I was in the office. I'm pretty sure I was in the office an hour or 2 hours maybe before opening. And the phones were already ringing on the switchboard. They were already ringing for the 45 brokers that were working there. And I was making phone calls to every one of my clients at the time ahead of them calling me. And I started with my top 20 biggest accounts that were responsible for 80% of my commissions. Talked to them first. I woke them up. Some of them I woke up. They're going, why are you calling me? We're not open for an hour. Why are you calling me? And I told them what to expect today. I don't know how bad it's going to be, but it's going to be an ugly day. I just want you to know I'm here. We're on it. I'll keep you posted. Okay, great. Okay, Bruce. And so they didn't have to worry about phoning me in a panic. They'd go to the office and their coworkers are going, have you talked to your broker? Oh, the markets are just bleeding. Oh, yeah, I talked to him already. He called me at home. He calls you at home? Yeah, I headed him off at the pass. And I was making calls all day to my clients just to update them on what I knew. And then after the market was over, we were still waiting for the final confirmations, and I was still calling my clients. That was a long, long day that day. Anyway, there you go. What can I say? SoFi, 1064. Let's go, SoFi. Anyway, what are the fundamentals of ATIP that make it so appealing? You may want to read. You may want to go and read the news announcement ATIP made. Look up Google ATIP earnings. You'll find the release. It's pages long. Read all about what they're talking about. They talk about all their stuff, and there's good things there. I've talked about it a lot. I'm going to hold out for a mug before I subscribe with my other YouTube account, Laughing Out Loud. I'm number 148 on the thumbs ups today, Bruce. BGuff says, thanks, man, for being here. Keep up the good work. Thank you. B-Fly, thanks for your comment. Dave Flores, if one is willing to hold a stock long term, is there ever a time not to write a covered call? GameStop today down, so option premiums down, but without writing covered calls, I'm not getting paid. Opportunity lost. Well, if you are a very conservative person, then you don't want to be near the price of the stock. It's 118 right now. You don't want to write a 120. I say, why don't you write a 140 call 3 months out? And you can probably bring in a $15-20 a share and let the drib, drab, and shrinkage work for you as long as it stays under, if it stays under 135, you got nothing to worry about. And if you do see it at 135 in the next, say, 3 months from now with a 4-month contract, it's going to be trading under $20. You'll have made money on it, and you can roll out of that one and then write a 160 for 3 months out or 4 months out, and always stay way ahead of the stock, but in time stay way ahead to bring in a nice fat premium that you can use now to buy more GameStop with or something else, or just keep it around as dry powder or pay bills, whatever you want. Obviously, if the shares, you write a 140 call 3-4 months out, and with a month to go, the stock's at 115 a share. That 140 contract is, $3. You'll have long bought it back and have rewritten a new 140 call for 3 months out for another $20. Keep writing. Get paid to hold. Jason, hi all. Thanks for all you do, Uncle Bruce. Enjoy the videos. Like and subscribe. Jason, thank you, man. I appreciate this. Thank you for subscribing, everybody. Joining and everything else. Adventure with Duncan. Check out Smart Rent. Why? What's going on? 642 down 38 cents. I thought you had good news. Why are you telling me to look at a disaster today? Why? I want good news, man. It's down today. 642 down 38 cents. I can't make this stuff up. Xterra down 36 cents. It's off again. I can't understand why, but it is. It's that kind of day. ATIP 210. It was down to 195, but still. Spire 219. Can't get over 220. Just can't do it. ME 420 down a dime. Matterport 696 up 12. It's climbing a bit. AMC 1761 down only 7 cents. It's coming back. GameStop 118.62. It got to that 120 level, but it's backed off again. SoFi 1064 up 32 cents. Rocket Lab 944 down 45, and Dow Jones 788 points. We've got 10 minutes to go. Is this thing going to go up 1,000 points or what? Did you guys vote on my poll? Are you guys voting? Only 217 of you are voting. Why aren't you voting on the poll? It could still go up 1,000 points. It's up 803 right now. It could go up 1,000. 33% say yes, Bruce, it will go over 1,000. 67% of you are going, nah, not going to happen today. Not going to happen. Nah, good. 166 thumbs ups. Thank you for that. If you guys can hit that thumbs up button for me, that would be a real help. I'd appreciate it. Bobby, damn, 8,000 points. Buy water and ammo. The world is over. Yeah, that's right. Sounds like a plan, says Joanne. Michael, wouldn't they close the market now before a day like that could happen after certain breakers that they were hit? No, they wouldn't close the market. They would have a breaker, another breaker, and then they would let the market go for the last 15 minutes to do whatever it wants. Without a breaker. 828 right now. We're up 828. Here we go. We're going for 1,000 points right now. Watch this. 9 minutes. We're going to go up 1,000 points. Watch this. How many years did you work as a broker, financial advisor? The number one Moonbeam is asking. Welcome to the channel, by the way. I started in 79 as a broker. I was doing it full time until 88. 87, 88. So that was at 9-10 years. And then again, Cayman Islands, I did it again 3 years. I was a license holder for a mutual fund company for a couple of years as well. I was the president of a publicly traded company for a number of years as well, all after and through that. So I've been involved in this business for decades. I did a lot of private corporate finance work as well. 842 on the Dow. We're only 150 points away, 160 from 1,000. You just watch this market. You watch this market, man. It's going to 1,000 today. You doubters. The last 15 minutes of thunder. I want a jumbo-sized mug, laughing out loud. Selling weeklies on GameStop in my TFSA and RSP. Crazy how fast the nest egg can be built by doing this. Jason, way to go, buddy. Shout out to Anti-PC and Cheddar. Loved you both. Wherever they are. Zed Estate. I rolled for a strike, made money, and today I bought back my GameStop option for a penny. Beautiful job. Zed, send me a private email. Don't forget, please. Send me a private email with your address on it. Send me a private email with your Zed, your thing. Here it is. Got it. Okay, I got it. There it is. Perfect. I will link you into that class tomorrow. Thanks, buddy. I see it now. I see it. Thank you for doing that. Thanks, Bruce. Love the stories, educating us all. Where are we at now? 7 minutes to go. We're up 832. Let's go for 1,000. Let's see. BW video of Russian tanks swerving and deliberately crushed civilian vehicle in Kiev with passenger inside. Putin should burn. Israeli special ops could do it with U.S. Delta forces. Cindy, I believe once COVID slows down, more people can get elective surgeries that we'll need, and then get PT. I think it will need to go up. Oh, we'll get physical therapy. I think ATP will need it and will go up. I agree, Cindy. This company's services are desperately needed by so many people who have put off treatment. They are going to be backlogged for years. Say 839 on the Dow Jones, only 160 to go, and we got 1,000 points. 7 minutes. This is a nothing burger. It can happen. We could go up 1,000. Watch this. Watch as Michael says that was disgusting to see that happening. The person amazingly lived, says BZ. United we stand, says Duncan. Bobby, big days coming for ATP. Agreed, Cindy. Spler, that's why I buy this stuff. Drops bought up a lot of these former SPACs for when they're ready to write covered calls on. The souffle isn't rising. It isn't falling either. Dave Flores, thank you, Uncle B. I miss Yoko, but the covered calls on the lamp makes up for it. Fritz Keller, never seen 1,000-point gain day on the Dow. Jaylene Brown, how you doing? Thank you, Bruce, for all your knowledge. Have some money soon. Hope to have some money soon to join your classes. Right on, Jalen. Jalen Brown, fan, thanks, man. Algorithms, start your engines. Let's go, baby. My, you know what price? Aspire 221. Did it do it? Did it do it? 220 and a half. It broke 220. Oh my gosh, it did it. A million shares of volume on Spire. It broke 220 at the end of the day. Oh my God. Hallelujah. Lord Jesus. How about that? We're up 822 on the Dow. We got 5 minutes to go. Let's go. Did you like living in the Caymans? I enjoyed the Cayman Islands. It's a beautiful place. Safe, clean, well run, well managed, but very, very expensive. It's one of the most expensive places on planet Earth to raise a family, and you better make 200,000 a year or you are poor. You got to make money. Alberto, uncle, if it goes to 1,000, I'll send you something via PayPal. Let's go. Bobby, he records the classes, Jalen. You can purchase them at a later date, rewatch as much as you like. There's a website link to the channel. That's right. You can always watch the 11 classes I've already done on my website, stockmarketswithbruce.ca. Head over there. Go up here. It'll say classes. There's 11 classes. You can watch them all you want. It's $100 a class. They're about 2 hours long. You'll learn priceless tricks and tips and info on how to be an option writer and make yourself some cash. You can join us tomorrow live as a class member. $150. The link should be up here. 2 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow. It's going to last about 2.5 hours. And after the class is over, my editor will then edit that class. By about Tuesday, we'll have it all edited and uploaded on my website. If you missed the class live, you can watch it on the website for $100. But if you were in the class, you will get a link for that class, no extra charge. You can watch it as many times as you want. 8:31 on the Dow Jones. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Let's get it on. ATIP sucks chant going. Let's get it going. Bruce, you created a monster. My greedy ass is going to buy those back at my price. Oh boy. Jim Kramer says SPACs are the worst performing group of stocks. Stay away from them respectfully. Why would you follow a high percentage of SPACs? Well, again, you know, the ones that perform the worst are the ones you get into now because you buy low and you sell high. You buy on the dip. So you buy your SPAC. See, that's my thinking. Let's go ATIP. Let's go. SEC changed the rules on SPACs after he recommended them. You see there? You see? What else is going on? Anything else? Let's go. Thanks for everything, Bruce, says Zach. Bruce, got to get back to work for now. See you Monday for SoFi Monday. Rock and roll, man. Rock and roll. ATIP 211 down 37 cents. Smart Rent 638. Sixtera 1222. Spire at 220.09. ME 421 down 9.5. Matterport at 697 up 13. AMC down 7. GameStop down 617 to 118.41. We got 3 minutes to go. SoFi 1066. The Dow's up 811. Is it going to breach 1,000 or what? Come on, man. Come on. I'm with you. Friday really starts with a capital F today. It really does. I bought my GameStop. I bought back my GameStop 120s too early. Left 72 cents a share on the table. But a profit's a profit. I'm going to try and make it. I have family in town. I'm going to try to make it. Let's see. Anything else here? Classes are great. Alberto says, but doing one-on-ones with Uncle Bruce is the best. You can do a one-on-one with me anytime you want on Saturdays or Sundays, just not this weekend. Next weekend, yes. It's $400 for 1 hour private one-on-one session. I'm on this half of the screen. You're on that half of the screen. We're here together, nobody else, and we get a lot. We can talk about a lot of stuff in an hour. Boy, can we! You folks get more than $400 worth in an hour. I'm pretty sure of that. Okay, what's going on? What's going on? Scott Brewer, to the new bagel heads, I say welcome. Bruce has a lot of insights on how the market works. You can make your money. Thumbs for Bruce. You can make some money. One-on-one, priceless. Jaylene, I appreciate it. Great info. Right on, buddy. Up. That was me. I bought $1 million for you. Like you asked, Bruce, I bought $1 million Spire for you. It's over 220, just like you said. You gotta love this. I did 2 national TV shows, scuba diving from Grand Cayman, rock and roll. Let's see here. Give Jen a big hug. You got it, JB. Poland just sent a convoy full of ammunitions to Ukraine. Go Poland. DQ, how's it going? Adventures with Duncan. 8:33 on the Dow. We got a minute to go. Can we get 167 points in, please? Let's have a surge in the last minute. Let's pop this market up 1,000 points. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. I've always wondered this. Can you do options if you are in the UK? Silly questions. Depending on the firm, yes. There are certain brokerage firms that will let you write options on US exchanges. You have to do some homework. Yes, check Google. Some of these folks here might know. You may want to ask that question Monday when we're back on again, Monday morning. Ask the folks who are here. Some of them are from the UK and Europe. They'll tell you what firms you can use. So glad we got in SPACs before they changed the rules. Other stocks are down that were IPOs. Nobody knows much about them. Let's see here. What else? Larry is ringing the bell. Larry, you're killing me. We're up 834 points. We're on our way to 1,000, and you're ringing the bell. What are you doing, man? Jeez. End of the week. Oh, jeez. Bradley Horswell. I'm in the UK. Interactive Brokers allows options trading. Interactive Brokers. There you go, Joanne. We're done. Larry shut it down like a guillotine. That's what he did. See y'all later, Mike. Michael, you take care. Oh, man. 834 points. We're on our way to a 1,000-point day. It was happening. And then Larry just chops the market off at its knees, and we don't get a 1,000-point gain today. Darn it, Larry. I thought you were my buddy. Oh, well, what can I say? 945 last trade on Rocket Lab. 1067 on SoFi, up 34 cents. The high on SoFi was 1072. That was back at around 11:30 today. So we were working our way back there. 45.69 million shares on SoFi today. Lower volume, higher price. Very good. Running out of paper. Running out. I think that's what that means. Bradley says, thank you. Splair and family, we are done with the last month of the week. Now Monday is left, the last day of the month. By the way, isn't SoFi earnings on Tuesday? Yeah, we find out Monday night, I think, isn't it? Or is it Tuesday we find out? I just wrote some AMC calls at 19 for 80 cents, expiring 3.5. Right on. Can you write options through an IRA account? I think some of you can, can't you? I think you can. We'll try again next week, says Larry. You got it, buddy. We'll see what we can do here. Yeah, one-on-one. Uncle Bruce is one of the best investments I did make, says Beach Boy. Thank you, Beach Boy. Farragon says, I just voted no. I don't think you can reach 1,000 today, Uncle Bruce. Farragon knows when the right timing is to make the right bet. When it's a sure bet, Farragon is there. Easier, man. Adventure. So who picks the poll? Who picked the poll question here? Joanne. Bruce, thank you very much for the great show. See you all on Monday. Have fun this weekend. Bama Babe, Larry, Lewis, yes. Nations, this was the same good cushion to my running puts. Duncan, I second that. Nice bike, mate. A bit of a steep learning curve, Bradley. Most of the YouTube videos are around using their desktop program, which is pretty complicated, but you can write, etc. on the website. DQ, I'm going to vote the other way right now to counter your vote. There you go. Mirko, well done, Fergan. Well done. Beach Boy, Mike, thumbs ups for that. Dude, WD wrote a GameStop 125 March 11 for $9. Here we go. There you go, DQ. Larry, typically, yes. Mitch, IRA options allowed. M-Key, New York, NYR. SPX just stopped short of touching 4,400 resistance. I hope it'll break through that next week. Frugal Acidity. Yes, you can write options on some IRAs if approved. DQ, Larry Lewis, depends on the broker, though. Yep. Bradley, nice spike. I won't be getting into it till I understand. I know it's a steep learning curve, but options are on my radar. Beach Boy, I just want to know, will GameStop delist now? What's going to happen there? Larry, rewind the stream back and then vote. You'll look like a genius, you see. 99 Nation. The potential for 1K was certainly there, Uncle Bruce. Big hugs to all from JB. H. Gregory, IBM and Apple went up on me. I had to roll over, but it's okay because that's what Uncle Bruce taught us to do. We're fine. Yes, it is not much the options that's the problem. It's the interface itself. WTS is gnarly as hell. Joni, Basic, Johnny, my best. January 23rd, SurfI, 750. For 340 on open yesterday. Having a low, Larry. I'm number 14, 185, 186, and I think I'm 84 thumbs up, says Duncan. Thanks, man. Splair, yeah, thank you all, especially Uncle Bruce, for that great week. Enjoy the weekend. Y'all, DQ, Larry, we can't do that until we hit 88 miles an hour, you know. A nice spike, mate. Oh, by the way, Bradley, they have a trial account where they give you $1 million fake dollars to play with. Best place to start and learn how to do this without risking real money. That's a good deal. I think it's a great way to go. Manalasko, Frank, Jim Cramer stocks are the worst performing. I'm laughing. Still got your stock jobber jacket? No, I never had those. No. I wasn't a floor trader. I was a desk trader, and I was branch manager, and I called the floor all the time. But no, I don't have a jacket. Don't need one of those. Larry Obama, babe, thank you for the response. In process of transferring my old employer's IRA to Fidelity, will hit them up for response. Have a great weekend, everybody. From Vernon, thank you, Vernon. The one Moonbeam. It started with only $3,000 and working full time. 14.5 years later, I had hit 1 million. I quit my job. Nice going, Bobby. Sell to open high and buy to close low. Then never sleep while you can wait. Just rolled SoFi, covered call 1050 up to 11 for 60 cents each. Lovely. Credit Savage. Speaking of cheddar stacks and such, anyone else seen Rob Fenneville or Flint Creek Soap? I miss those guys. Bradley, nice bike, mate. Thanks. We'll definitely look into it. Have a great weekend, everybody. DQ, Larry Lewis, Fidelity is a yes. Fidelity is a yes. Thank you all for joining me today from around the world today. Have yourselves a great weekend and get some rest. Let's get ready for another go here. And thank you for these donations you make to me on PayPal and these super chats. You guys are great. Appreciate it all. Let's hope we have some fun. Tomorrow, I'm doing my class at 2 o'clock Eastern Time. If you would like to be in the classroom live with Jennifer and I, Auntie Jen and I, she's going to be the moderator. She always asks me questions when I get into my ranting and raving. We're going to cover rollovers, and we're going to deal with all kinds of strategies on that and rolling over not only calls but puts. We'll be talking about that tomorrow. And if you can join us, send me a donation ASAP. The link should be up here. Just follow the instructions, and we'll make sure to get you into the class tomorrow. You'll get an email from me about 15 to 30 minutes before we begin. And hopefully there'll be zero technical glitches tomorrow. We'll see how that works out. We'll do the class, and then next week, by Tuesday, Wednesday, that class will be loaded up on the website, stockmarketswithbruce.ca. It will join the 11 other classes that are already there. And any of you out there can watch any of those 11 classes anytime you want. You get to watch them as many times as you want. You only have to buy one class at a time anytime you want, and learn how to write call options and make money. It's making money from writing stock options. That's what we do here, and I'm looking forward to making money with you, helping you make money again next week. Thank you, guys. Let's see. Looking for the class tomorrow. Right on, Kent. I'm looking forward to seeing you. Yippee-ki-yay. I'm number 188, baby. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. You all have a great weekend. Splair, good night and good weekends to y'all. Can't wait for Mondays to Splair. Enjoy your classes tomorrow. Ventures Duncan TV at House. Bobby, have a good weekend, everybody. Thank you, guys. You take care of yourselves. We'll keep an eye on these markets next week and see what's going on. We got earnings coming up, and we'll see what this whole thing is going to be doing next week. Duncan, take care. Good night, everybody from DQ. Drops. Wish Spire would do something. Me too. Austin, you guys have a great weekend. Thank you, guys. Austin, we'll talk to you on, I think it's Sunday, isn't it? We're talking Sunday. And we'll see you in the class tomorrow. So away we go, guys. Let's get on it. I'm working 7 days a week here. I work for Wendy's, does the momentum last? That's what we're going to find out. Larry, have a good weekend. Get smarter and richer in those classes. Thanks, you guys. You take care, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow for the class. Sunday for a couple of one-on-ones. Monday for the show. Okay. Bye for now.